is the first game of the day.
Yeah, Chew Boy set it up perfectly for us. It's going to be Nicolas getting Decision Day underway up against Gimme HD. Nicolas yet to suffer a defeat.
What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is LaBelle. We're getting a little more up close and personal. I'm on the road, but I wanted to release this video. I've been working on it for some time in terms of watching clips and just breaking down everything that Nicolas does well. And if you want to see more content like this, please drop a thumbs up. It tells me that I should take a little more time and really work out a system and structure for preparation to get these videos out as quick as possible, especially following events when we're looking more in depth in terms of the best esport athletes that we have in the community at the moment. And in the comments, whose gameplay do you want to see me break down next? Are there certain scenarios or situations that you have questions about? Tell me down below. I've got your back. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Nicolas is from Argentina and he's been one of the best players, if not the best player in the community up to this point in FIFA 18 in terms of consistency and results. And before we get into the clips and all the analysis and those classic freeze frames that have been on my channel, I want to give you 3 points to pay attention to in terms of Nicolas's gameplay. Number 1, controlling the pace and the speed of the match. And I talk about being able to dictate what's happening and when it's happening in FIFA all the time, and Nicolas is one of the best, if not the best, at doing this, whether it's possession play, slow build up. FIFA is a very rhythmic game and esport, and this is something that Nicolas does so well, is that you're always going to play at his speed. Number 2, my man is clinical. The vision that he has to make the extra pass, or to see the one additional skill move to put him in the ultimate position to go from maybe a 60% chance of scoring to a 90% or 100% chance of scoring. And that's why he doesn't need a bunch of chances to beat you. He's gonna be efficient, you can count on it. Number 3, and an area that we often overlook, is being calm, being composed. And this is something that also separates Nicolas and allows him to be consistent in a very difficult title, because I just don't feel like FIFA 18 has massive skill gaps. Let's look at the clips.
First example, we have dominating the ball, and I wanted to show some additional build-up from Nicolas because I just find it so intriguing as a competitive player, someone who's been in many tournaments, how well he's able to dictate the pace, as we were talking about before, but also find gaps, find holes, find space, create that space, and do it consistently over and over again. And it almost looks as if he has a structured system where he's going side by side. And you see our first freeze frame, gets the ball into Dino, and you're going to see composure at its finest, where the defender, he's going for it, man. He's looking to make a tackle. We're going to have a quick little sidestep, and it's just beautiful ball control, and even more importantly is having the ability to be calm and to be composed and to know, like, I need one more step to score this goal.
And a lovely goal to open up this tie between the two. Nicolas scoring goals like he means to go on once again.
Next up, we have one of the best examples of just seeing the game a little bit quicker than your opposition. And we talked about Nicolas being clinical and getting the right chance time and time again. And you guys got to be honest with yourself. Did you see this pass? It's upcoming, and you're going to see the build-up. And I feel like Nicolas' build-up is so precise and just pristine because he has that vision. As he finds Dino, cuts to the inside, gets the angle, vision on display. You love the freeze frame, and you see what he's going to whip it in here. He's getting the back post. You've got Ronaldo sneaking in, and this is a very efficient place. This is a place that you could score goals time and time again, keep it on repeat. But no, instead of going for goal, Nicolas sees one additional pass, and the fact that he can do this in big moments and do this repeatedly in big moments is what's so impressive and makes people just say, wow, that is something else.
Everybody else there shoots. It comes to the back post. I'd say 9 out of 10, they'll shoot.
Anyone would. It's Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's just nodded it back across the box.
Remember, in FIFA, everything is about mastering the intangibles, mastering the simplicity, and this is just a classic 1-2, and you start with that. You don't need to get fancy until your opponent makes you pull out the flair, makes you pull out the tricks, makes you become more creative. We just talked about simplicity, But now we're going to look at the spectacular, the beautiful game at its fullest. And a mistake that a lot of players make, especially if you're getting into FIFA, is doing too many skill moves, always going for a fancy finish or going for these long shots. And it just doesn't build up consistency, especially not over the weekend league. I would almost use a poker example, where if you're new to poker, a lot of times you bluff far too often. And you're going to see in this freeze frame just a moment of greatness. These would be considered risk for Nicolas, but he's already inside the box, and you're going to see a perfectly timed ball roll, and that's why he's using a player like Dino, because he knows how to utilize these skill moves, these tricks, and he's going to finish it. It's his bread and butter. If one skill move is good, then two is most certainly an improvement, and Nicolas is going to reintroduce the body feint. First time he did a body feint throughout the entire tournament. Just the fact that he could pull that out of his locker in a big moment.
Win the header that way around. A little bit more control over the corner.
Well, added time between the two, and it's 2 minutes of it. Ronaldinho into the box. Oh, he's just sliced him open.
Last but not least, we've got some mind games where Nicolas is up against Marcuso, and this is where you're playing a game of chess or checkers, and that's something that you can expect in FIFA. He's still being creative, he's going to have an additional skill move, and this only works versus professional players, a very high level players. It's not worth doing online if you're playing against a normal guy. Keep it simple. R9 has the angle, but Nicolas is thinking that Marcuso might make a challenge, or he's going to use a slide, or potentially he's going to miss this chance. So he does one additional ball roll. Marcuso feels unlucky, but it's not luck, my guy.
The seas just parted and Ronaldo just wandered his way through.